Morning world, welcome to the 1st of June 2021. First job today, mercy mission, feed someone else's cow. So an unusual one today. A friend of the family called me, he actually called me a couple of days ago and said, A, did I have any spare grub, because he more or less had none, and B, did I want some free cattle? Well, he keeps Dexter's the same as I do, but I'm not quite sure what he means by, do I want some free cattle? So I'm going to go and find out. It's a lovely day out there, and it's promised to be another warm one. And I'm starting to think, I know it's early for hay, but did I want to put the mower on and get out there and cut it? Or am I going to regret doing that? The ground's still quite damp. There's still plenty of moisture in the ground, so to dry grass for hay, especially as I don't have a mower conditioner, this early, it's a bit of a risk. But I might look back in 10 days time and go, you idiot, you should have done it. I don't know, one of those things. It's a gamble. Hello boys and girls. A little bit flighty. Hello boys and girls. And you got antlers, haven't you? Well, they're not too bad, are they? Hello boys and girls. They are all a little bit scatty, but they haven't been handled and they're not used to strangers, and they're definitely not used to my voice. But these 10 animals, they're going to come and live with us, subject to a clear pre-movement TB test. You guys have got a new home, you're going to go on some grass. But I am going to have your antlers off first. Sorry, they got to go. Well then, so out of the 10 cattle we're going to inquire, there are 2 Dexter heifers, a couple of nice heifers actually, 5 Dexter steers, 1 Dexter cross steer, now he's crossed with Devon Red, and 2 Dexter cross heifers, they're also crossed with Devon Red, which will mean that we will have some animals in our herd that won't be pure Dexter. Not that I'm that worried about it, because Devon Red's also a British rare breed animal, and they're just a little bit bigger than the Dexter, so we'll see how we get on with them. But I've always been very fond of the Red Devons, and if you remember, the only reason we ever started with Dexter cattle was that when I married my wife and I told her I was going to keep cattle, and she said, I don't like cattle, I'm frightened of them. I said, well, what if I keep little ones? And she said, all right then. And that was the reason, that's the only reason we started with Dexter cattle. I didn't tell her that the little ones are just as grumpy and scatty as the big ones, and sometimes worse. But that was need to know information, and she didn't need to know now. So this bunch are a bit wild. They're very isolated where they are, very little human interaction at all, so they're bound to be. But like I said to the current owner, if I put them with my cows and calves as they stand now, there is a reasonable chance that they will calm down. They'll mingle into the herd once they've had their little bit of a race and run around. They'll mingle into the herd and literally just hopefully calm down. So it'll take them a while, but there you go. As far as cost is concerned, I reckon by the time I've paid for the pre-movement and I got to dehorn them, so again we've arranged that with the current owner keeper that because they're at his holding, we'll use, actually his vet's the same as mine so it doesn't matter, we'll get them pre-movement TB tested here. On the reading, everything that passes, providing they all pass, we'll dehorn because they're in the crush. And then we'll fly spray them just to keep, because it is getting warm now and I don't like dehorning this time of year, but I kind of got no choice, I got to be done. So we'll put some spot on or something on them just to keep the flies off, and then they can come home. So but I think we might have to give these guys a little bit of sleepy juice before we do the dehorning, for their own sake as much as ours. Okay, onwards and outwards. Next stop, I was going to say the bank. I've got to go to the bank, pay a check-in, but I've got to go right past my dad's door. So maybe I'll call in there for coffee first. At 26 degrees centigrade, it's far too warm to be messing with that, but it's only 2 posts. I only need that one and that one in the ground, and it's just not worth putting the rammer on the tractor just for 2 posts. At least it's not worth it now. Maybe when I've done these I wish I had, but right now, yeah. Oh, it's a glider. I couldn't work out what the noise was. I bet you can't see him, but he's straight up there in a cloud. And his wings is whistling. Before I start that, I'm just psyching myself up to it. Pond level from yesterday, nearly 24 hours since I filled all this in and put that pipe in and blah blah blah. So you can see how much water's not running down here at the moment. After a couple of hours of good strong rain, this will fill up quite quick, but it's been dry for a few days. Right, guys have finished log splitting. Maybe I should get one of them to come and bash this post in for me. Job for Mikey. Got me order that one. A bit some hard. That's enough. Bugger off, Bramble. And you. And you. You can all go away. I get used to that. I've had this red rammer between 20 and 30 years, and That is what I used to do all the original fencing all the way around. It took me months, not just because of the physical effort to do it, because of the cost. I kind of saved up, bought a bit, did a bit, saved up, bought a bit, did a bit. This fence all down here, that was put in by my dad, probably 1987, 1988. So apart from the odd post that I've replaced, there are a few newer ones in there. That's an original, and I think that one over there is an original. But that's when he sold that land to the golf course, which would have been 87, 88. Yeah. Now I remember why I bought a post rammer to go on the tractor. I do actually have a lighter rammer disc with thicker handles, but a lady, about 3 miles that way, messaged me a couple of months ago, said, "Could we borrow your post rammer, just knock a couple of posts in?" And I said, "Yeah, okay, you can borrow it. I'd like it back now, please, if you don't mind, just in case you've forgotten. I know you're watching. Bring it back. That one's too heavy." Warm. Anyway, right. I wheelbarrowed the post rammer down here, but I used the quad bike to bring the hammer. Go figure. Oh well. Right, so I need to just put this bit of fence back to either side of the gates, and this bit can be ticked off as done. In case you've wondered, no, I didn't cut the wire off and leave it with the post. I've actually gone round the concrete and steel post as well. I'm just going to join it back on. I could cut it off and make it look pretty, but at the end of the day, then I've got a little piece of cut off wire. What am I going to do with it? So in some ways, there's a yin and a yang. Okay, I've decided in this instance, I'm not going to trim the wire off. I'm just going to bend it back on itself. Just make it twice the thickness there. Same with the barbed. I can cut it off and have a 3-foot piece of barbed wire that I can't do anything with, or I just use it. Apart from you lot, no one else is ever going to see this. As long as it's cow proof, sheep proof, dog proof. Tidy that up and we're almost good to go.